don't like the life I live. Let's talk about it. Alright, I'm always on the grind. Yeah, let's talk about it. Always got money on my mind. Girl, let's talk about it. Say you don't like this life of mine. Wanna talk about it? Yeah, I'm always on the grind. Let's talk about it. Okay, I gotta shine. Let's talk about it. Always got money on my mind. Girl, let's talk about it. Say you don't like this life of mine. Let's talk about it. Okay, I'm always on the grind. Girl, let's talk about it. Yeah, I gotta shine. Let's talk about it. Always got money on my mind. Girl, let's talk about it.
Let's go. Let's talk about it. God is indigo. Hey, healing with indigo in the house. Knowledge is
What's up?
key.
What's
What's
up?
going down? What's popping, world? What's popping? Yeah, man. I know y'all.
Peace, family.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. I mean, we just up in here, man. I know y'all gonna, roundabout come through, but today we're gonna talk about the New Mexico teen that was arrested for dumping her baby in a trash can, a hospital trash can. Um, we also gonna touch on the Schumann Resonance, and Madonna has been rushed to the hospital. Man, Madonna's in
Ooh,
ICU.
sorry.
Wow. So we
I wish I could take that serious. I can't. I'm sorry.
say you can't take it
Excuse
serious.
me
Yeah,
now.
she said
No,
excuse her right.
excuse me
Yeah,
now.
ahead of time, huh? Marcellus Mr. Ego, what's popping? God body. Word life.
Peace.
Word life.
He was supposed to call me back, and he on here throwing fire
Ah,
emojis.
word. Say, look, that's what's popping. That's how it's going down. That's how it's going down.
Right.
It's world business. But hey, man, with no further ado, we have to get to this, man. I got actual footage of this girl being yeah, I mean, guess being taken into custody while yeah, after throwing her baby in a trash can. See what's happening here.
We first spoke in the records. If you just go over there. Is there any four? Okay.
I'll meet her in the front.
Okay. I'll give it and do all stuff. Go to dispatch.
I'll meet you in the front.
For 10. I'll be headed your way.
Or relay the rest.
I'll be headed your way for the relay shortly.
I mean, yeah, as we can see there, the young lady was definitely taken to jail. She was 9 months pregnant, had a baby at the hospital. They said it was blood all in the stall of the hospital, but they didn't find the baby till they dumped the trash. When they dumped the trash, they seen that it was a dead baby in there. They said the baby was living up until she tied the bag up and the baby couldn't breathe. That's how, they did an autopsy and said that's how the baby died. This girl is
Suffocation.
19. What's going on with the world?
They wanted to. This is recessive, baby. You want to
Mm,
go dark? Ain't no darker than this right here, honey. You feel me?
man,
Um, chaos. Yeah. Total. This too. Just like he said, it's too much for people. You know, because then you got people with 5 kids. You got people with 6 kids, 10 kids, 12 kids. My brother got a bunch of kids. He don't care. You feel me? It's like, how do you get to that point? But it's mental. It's mental. And a teenager at that could have been, she could have been raped or something. Certain things could have happened to her. We don't even know. So it's not right, of course. No justifiable reason at all.
yeah.
No justifiable reason.
I would have to definitely look at that and definitely say most definitely that it is mental. You have people with children. She was 19. I mean, so if she's struggling at home with her parents already, I mean, and I just see if you go back and look at the footage for anybody out there that that wants to look at it. I mean, you go look at the footage. It's just her and her mom, and her mom is damn near hysterical. She didn't even know she was pregnant. She thought she was bleeding and went to the hospital about something else. But I mean, you could only imagine being in a house with a struggling single parent and you coming home saying, "Hey, this baby, we already can't, we already struggling ourselves, but now I have a child and you're 19 years old." I mean, this girl's frontal lobe is not fully developed. She's not who she's gonna be later on. I think there's a lot of criminal things when it comes to younger people. They have to take in mind that these people are not the person that they're gonna be once they get a little older. Once they experience and go through things. But I definitely don't think it's anything either where you can just fault this girl, not fault her. Um, Man, like in this society, yeah, it's crazy. Like a life, what
Mhm.
does a life count for? I mean, we don't tell people what to eat, but I think if people had to kill animals, they would look at the animals different. Nobody wants to eat their dog. They don't want to eat their pet. So we got to start looking at just how we live life every day. Like I said, it's definitely not a situation where I could be judgmental, but I say, wow, that's crazy. A 19-year-old girl goes to a hospital and like she had to know that she was going to jail, that she's going to get caught. She's giving these people her ID and threw the baby away in a hospital. I mean, in a
That's possession, to be honest. Something that took over her whole entire vessel,
mm,
and I believe caused her to use that baby as a sacrifice, and then to use herself as a sacrifice also, because um disagreeable forces don't want nothing but chaos and self-destruction. So I don't know. Y'all know I look at everything from a spiritual view. So he said babies shouldn't automatically go home with the mother. I think that babies should go home with whoever is present. Clearly there wasn't nobody at the hospital with her.
real talk.
Wasn't no man, wasn't no daddy, no brother, sister, Didn't nobody go to the hospital with her. So she probably was alone. So I do feel like babies should go home with their parent, whoever is present. But when it gets to how are they supposed to judge? Like, how can they look at me and say, "Oh, she fit," but nah, we gonna hold this one. You feel me?
It's impossible.
That's it
Yeah,
makes it hard because some people get CPS called on them at the hospital. I'm telling you, I've had it happen just
mm.
because I'm Jamaican and if I'm nauseous, I'm gonna smoke weed. I don't care. Ain't nothing wrong with none of my kids.
Hey, real talk.
But you see, I got all of them. Every time CPS is called on me, guess what? Nothing happens. But I just feel like they can't judge. They don't know. They don't be knowing. And spirits have a really good way of manipulating people. They made the hospital feel like she was okay until she got outside. You feel me? Like,
No, they definitely did. They definitely did. I mean, and speaking on this, because I think that some of us are getting stronger and some are getting weaker. Some are definitely getting weaker. So to go on to that, what can we speak on as far as the Schumann resonance? Like, we definitely have a little short clip to check in and add that. But before we go there, what can you tell us about the Schumann resonance?
the Schumann's resonance is basically the Earth's heartbeat that has been recorded by a man named Schumann. Um, he created this calculation. I don't know if y'all can hear my baby, but she is very upset, y'all. So don't mind her. She's trying to go to sleep. Um, Schumann's resonance is basically the calculation of the Earth's heartbeat. It's the vibration that the entire planet is vibrating on. People call it hertz, people call it frequency, people call it whatever you want to call it, vibrations. We're normally at 7.83 hertz. I think we've gotten to about 20, over 20 recently. I've seen some other calculations, but their calculations haven't been right. It's at over about 20. So people keep saying that everybody's dying and things like that, but we have to understand that if you're not vibrating on this level, or you're not able to, you're going to have to be go ahead and either ascend or descend. You know, you're going to have to let your mission here be over, because that's what the plan is at the moment. So that's all. We've never even had a frequency this high in our lifetime. So yeah, yeah.
And I think people can feel that. Like, I think honestly, like, how can you not feel that there is a different energy, a different presence? If you, whether you vibrating low, you're gonna start vibrating very low. People who can't get control of like negative thoughts, negative affirmations, a lot of those people, those things are coming worse with a bigger weight to them. If you start getting lighter and thinking different, you're also going to continue to get lighter. You're going to get more powerful in whatever you are. You focus on
Yes.
whatever you focus on is going to have a whole lot. And I think anybody that's living right now can feel that energy. If you've been weighed down, just barely getting by, you probably being faced with some things that it don't seem like you're gonna get by now. If you at a point where I've just been getting by, but I've been thinking the most amazing things, a lot of those amazing things are gonna start occurring. I think the magicians, I think we magical beings, and you know, we have given our power away so long. So I think with the Schumann's resonance, we will start responding to the Earth's energy or that Earth's vibration. The Earth is going to a different frequency. We either can rise to that frequency or you're gonna fall below. Like, you know, you hate to say it, but you know, a lot of people are not gonna make it through. Yeah, a lot of people are not gonna make it through what this world is, the changes that the world is gonna occur. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be very few. Yeah, I think it's gonna be very few survive. I hate to even say it like that, but you can see it. You know, I don't mean to veer too far off, but we having a family reunion. And one of my little young nephews say, you know, man, you don't go to the family reunion. It's cool. Like, it's always gonna be other family reunions. I say, nah, bro. Like, it's probably gonna be the last family reunion that we have. If you look at the way the younger generations are set up, it's not set up like for families to get together. It's set up for you to get with a small family. It's set up to divide people to the point to where you're isolated by yourself with another individual, and when y'all can't make it, there's nowhere to go. This is systematically calculated, and I struggle with seeing how we don't know. How we don't know what's really going on, especially with the Earth frequency, the frequency of the Earth's heartbeat is rising. It's beating a different. How do we not feel that effect?
I have told you that this is called light code lockdown. Okay, that's it. They are not activated to see not even 5% of what our eyes see. You know, some people, they have no consciousness, but they do everything wrong with their free will. So I don't know. I told you, it's just, that group of 5%ers, it turned out to be us.
Say real talk. Hey, shout out to everybody out there, man. It's elevating. Last but not least, what we definitely got to touch on. I mean, man, let's see what's going on in Madonna, the world of Madonna. I mean, yeah, we got to see what's going on here.
Madonna is in the hospital.
She is fighting some kind of bacterial infection. CBS 2's Dana Tyler in our newsroom now with the breaking details. Dana.
Christina Maurice Madonna's manager announced the news on Instagram late this afternoon. He said
The 64-year-old singer several days in the ICU after becoming ill on Saturday. Manager Guy Osiri calls it a serious bacterial infection. He wrote, quote, "Her health is improving. However, she is still under medical care. A full recovery is expected." More details on her infection or how long her recovery will be were not provided. Osiri said the Grammy Award-winning singer will now have to postpone her upcoming celebration set to kick off in Vancouver on July.
I mean, so what's going on here, Indigo? I know you break everything down. Can we decode Madonna being in ICU? What's the business?
Madonna feels like she is the Virgin Mary. She is the virgin, the human version of the Virgin Mary. Very disrespectful. If I was a Christian, honestly, I know she's not trying to say she's Sekhmet, Bastet, Hathor, or Isis, because I know not. So if so, this is probably why she's fighting like this. You know, it's odd that she'd be fighting this fight right after Saturn went into retrograde. I mean, it's just too much of a coincidence. So honestly, I think that people are getting their karma so fast that we're going to start calling it bacterial infections and, oh, people are unresponsive. What are they calling it? Oh, they got unalived suddenly. We have all these names, all these names for why people are dropping other than this is karma and this is what's finna happen. Especially after that Schumann's we got last week. You didn't put the picture up. That picture kind of puts it into play with what's going on. We've never experienced this energy. That's why people are going through so much. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? You're going to have to take it day by day.
That's it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
How is that so complicated? Not just take it day by day. Look at it like tomorrow's gonna be better than today
Right.
was. Like, yeah, actually look at it like I can't wait. When I wake up in the morning, oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna do this, do that. Like you got to start. You either have people that can or people that can't. Overall, the people that can end up doing whatever they can do. They correct. The people who say they can't, and this is the crazy thing. A lot of people are raised thinking that, well, we can't have that. We can't get
Mm-hmm.
this. We can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
We can't do that. And then they start believing it. So when they get things that adhere to their belief system, they mad. They don't really want that kind of life. So I mean, yeah, we got to definitely start tapping into more of that potential, the more of optimism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wake up and be optimistic. Like, don't be a pessimistic person.
But
Um,
it's
mhm.
easier to stay in the energy that you're in. It's harder
It's
to
definitely,
change.
yeah.
And
You gotta,
then
yeah.
they have those people around them, that bring them down as soon as they open their eyes. Stuff like that. It's like, how am I supposed to even, how can I be happy when,
No, real talk.
I'm laying next to someone miserable or things like that. So, it's, things that I come across when I'm helping people. So it's hard, People worry about spouses more than their offspring, stuff like that. You just don't, I just don't
Wow.
understand. I don't get it. I'm just not going to be able to get it really.
Hold on, what you mean? People worry about their spouses. What exactly are you saying here? Because I hear a lot of conversation. Like, is the man supposed to get his play first, or the kids? What type of woman? Or yeah. So what actually are you saying? Are you saying here? Yeah, we
What I'm
need to hear
saying
this.
is,
Like,
if that situation
yeah,
is not working for you, and if I mean it as simply as I'm saying it, not if the situation doesn't work, because clearly is something going on, but how people sit around all day and worry about stuff, but their kids be hungry, their kids be needing this. You know what I mean? Their kids running around. outside in the street, stuff like that. But you running behind man, or you're not even mentally okay, but you're running behind man. You got stuff to do. So it's or woman. It don't matter. It go either way. So that's all I'm saying. And I have posted multiple times about the plate theory. Yeah, my kid's dad, he wouldn't eat until his kids ate. And I probably won't settle for anything other than that, because you can't even enjoy your food while your children are hungry. They're going to be standing there on the side of your plate. Like,
so if the man work hard, he go out in his, he come in with his work boots on. He been working. He ain't ate all
I
day.
don't
The
know. I
kids
ain't
been
dating no
home.
nigga that work no hard job. I don't know. I don't know. You feel
She
me?
said no. She said that ain't
I don't
happening.
know.
That ain't happening.
I'm just
Oh,
saying, it's just
yeah.
it
So
it
that
it's
haven't ran across your desk yet.
no, they have not ran across my desk yet.
Okay, so that ain't ran across her
I had
desk
a
yet. All
hard
right.
working
Yeah.
man, but he was not illegally, I'm at work. No, he was trapping. You feel me?
Yeah. 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 All right.
So
So even yeah, we're not going. That's a whole nother show. Like we'll get to that. That's a whole nother show. But I just think I think it's a good topic. Speaking on the Schumann resonance, because man and woman do have to both live in this world together. I mean, it can't be man and the men are gonna have to start knowing what's acceptable. Knowing we have all been brought up in with ideals that don't serve human existence.
ego.
Ego, like big time. I mean, big time. And then everything is a contract. It's a
Yeah.
contract, and we don't even live by the contracts. We don't live by the religion. We don't live by the doctrines, the scriptures that we read. We don't believe in the contracts that we actually. Yeah, so it's all crazy. So we here in this world. Some of us try to make sense of this. Like, I think it's just the most obvious thing to do is, yeah. He said, "Don't say ego." Yeah, he
Look, but
real on that right there for
he
real.
knows how I
Yeah,
feel about
yeah,
that word. Just
yeah. He
he's
said to
saying,
get under people's
and
skin.
his
Like,
and
yeah, he
my
said,
brother's
yeah,
fight about it
yeah,
was, what if I operate through my higher self? That I be telling him it's not called ego. Then you operate through love. You know, if you break it down, etymology is just a low vibrational word. No, we don't agree with the ego word. You feel me? But I tell him that
yeah,
everyone comes into this realm with different contracts. Your
yeah.
contract is to
I would
see
like to hear
ego
that.
as that. You feel me? And my contract is to see ego as what I see it as, and what you know we see it as. No, my definition isn't right. When you break it down, etymology, and then you break it down numerology, you feel me? When you break it down and those facts are
Yeah,
presented, it's still not right.
yeah,
Not
yeah,
you see him, he said
yeah,
I'm right. You are
yeah.
right. You're always right.
And we're gonna have to get a show. We're gonna have to get it popping. We're gonna have to talk about, well,
We
what
gonna have
is
to do the ego
what is
talk.
the ego? I mean, real ego. I mean, because I look at this when I hear ego. Just being real. I break it down from the conscious and subconscious perspective of saying lower self and higher self, conscious mind or subconscious mind. I mean, so if you basically say higher self with everything capitalized, the S, the E, the L, and the F, they all are capitalized. You're speaking on your higher self. If you spelling those with lowercase letters, then you're speaking on the lower self. So with that being said, normally ego is self, the lower self. Everything is driven by what the lower self thinks or wants to feed on. The
Material
higher
world,
self,
right? It's kind of like a
yeah,
material thing.
I mean, sometimes, I mean, but the higher self can see things for overall
I mean
perspective. Like,
3D, not material. I meant
yeah,
3D,
yeah.
like lower
No, I mean,
dimensional.
and that would definitely be material. Yeah, you're correct there.
Okay.
Like, yeah, most definite. But yeah, man, we got somebody else. Yeah, Wade, we're gonna get another show popping, man. I don't know if Miss Indigo is gonna join us just here in a second. We're gonna pull right
I'm
back
about
up.
I'm
Yeah, I keep getting
I'm about
texts.
to pop back
You say
on.
what?
I'm gonna pop in.
You is
Yeah, I'm
okay.
finna
All
pop. I
right,
got
all
the
right,
link
all
in
right.
my message.
You got it. Okay, okay. Hey, but y'all know how we do it, man. Y'all could have came anywhere, but y'all was here. And make sure y'all tap in with the goddess right here, man. She be, like I'm telling y'all, she be on point with the readings and, man, just knowing the Schumann resonance. You know, knowing how the heartbeat of the world works. Like, hey, man, y'all get in and get connected. One love. Hey, man, say y'all could have came anywhere, but y'all here with us.
Peace.